How are you? Welcome to Serial at Midnight. I'm Heath, and in this episode we are talking about new arrivals from Imprint. These are the 6 latest releases in the Imprint Films lineup. We have covered every single Imprint title to date. These now join our playlist with all of our Imprint coverage. I'll link to that, the description of this video, so you don't have to go look for our Imprint coverage. It's all right there in that playlist. I love talking about Imprint for a variety of reasons. They hit me at my personal crossroads. They are, first and foremost, tremendous selections for cinephiles. I am a cinephile first. These are not deep cuts. They're not hidden gems. They're not exploitation masterpieces. They're just great movies. Oftentimes, they have fantastic casts, directors, cinematographers, screenwriters. In some cases, they were Oscar winners. In some cases, they should have been Oscar winners but weren't even nominated. They're wonderful movies, but they also hit me at the collector level because they are beautifully packaged. You have multiple pieces of artwork and a depth of special features on every single release, so they're really a pleasure to talk about. These are the newest 6 releases, so I want you guys to know about these as soon as they've just arrived for me, so I want you to know about them. We'll circle back at some point and give proper reviews that may manifest itself in a review palooza here and maybe reviews at Serial at Midnight. Keep an eye on our Letterboxd account too. Let's start with The Straight Story. This is a David Lynch movie. That's right. Twin Peaks, David Lynch. Twisted narrative, David Lynch. Unusual storytelling, David Lynch. This is arguably his most straightforward, powerful movie. It's not really Lynchian, I guess is what you would say. It's about a man who is near the end of his life, and he sets out to make amends with his brother before he dies, and he does this hundreds-mile trek on a lawnmower. A riding lawnmower. It says Richard Farnsworth in it, Sissy Spacek, Harry Dean Stanton. It's even more poignant because Richard Farnsworth died after making this movie. This is his final film. So here is I'll show you the arts. We'll do I have notes. I have notes for each one of these because I wanted to be as specific as possible with you guys. Here's the cover. Actually, I'll do it like this. It's both pieces of the front artwork. Is the rear artwork, if you want to freeze frame this so you can read everything. By the way, all of these releases played perfectly fine on my Region A locked Blu-ray player. People always ask, I always say it, usually at the front and the back of the video. Here's the interior artwork. I mean, it's just gorgeous. If you love movies, this is just heaven for the cinephile, and this is what collecting used to be about, right? And Imprint is bringing it back. It used to be about cinephiles having the films that they love in the best possible presentation and exploring the special features, learning about the movies. So I have notes here so I can be specific. So this has it's a 4K master on this Blu-ray. Audio commentary by film critic Peter Tongetz. Mark and Bob Tell It Straight, a 2021 featurette with the Minneapolis crew that is 20 minutes long. Straight and Narrow, inside the film. That's a 2021 featurette from Daniel Griffith's Ballyhoo Motion Pictures. I'm sorry, that's 11 minutes long, but that comes from Ballyhoo. Far and Wide, Inside the Score, another Ballyhoo Motion Pictures featurette. That's 10 minutes and 34 seconds. And then Found Highway, the Lynchian redemption of the Straight Story. That's a visual essay that runs 19 minutes. So lots of special features there. Days of Heaven. This is a new discovery for me. I've never seen this movie. It's a Terrence Malick film. Great director Terrence Malick. It's 1978. It has Richard Gere. By the way, I love that the year is on the spine of the film. It has Richard Gere in it. It has Brooke Adams, Sam Shepard, Linda Mance. This is, from what I understand, this is a complicated story about these two. Bill and Abby are a couple on the run from an accidental killing. They pose as a brother and sister, and then they convince the person that they're hiding out with that it becomes like a triangle, but it's deception. But is it? It's fascinating stuff. Here, we'll do it like this. Here's the front artwork and the rear artwork, and then it's our disc. It's gorgeous stuff. So the special features on this are 1080p transfer, approved by director Terrence Malick. Supervised and approved by Terrence Malick. Audio commentary by film scholar Adrian Martin. Thrown Upon the Earth, editing Days of Heaven. That is a 20-minute and 41-second ballyhoo extra. Fields of Fire, composing Days of Heaven. That's a 2021 featurette, also from Ballyhoo, that runs 13 minutes and 26 seconds. And Linda's Story, a video essay on Linda Manns by Chris O'Neill, that runs 11 minutes and 33 seconds. So, again, substantial extras. I've also never seen Chinese Box. To be honest with you, I had never even heard of it, and I'm kind of embarrassed about it because it looks like a tremendous movie. It's from 1997, when I was absolutely pursuing movies, when I was, in college, really studying movies. So Hong Kong, 1997, Three Lives come together, and, it's a character piece from Wayne Wang. Here's the back of the box. Here's the disc. And there's Jeremy Irons and Gong Li. All right, so the special features on this one, that's new 2K master. Audio commentary by the director and critic Wayne Wang and critic Roger Garcia. Wayne Wang's Home Movies documentary that runs 41 minutes and 44 seconds. City of Hope, City of Fear, scoring Chinese Box. That's a ballyhoo feature, 13 minutes and 50 seconds. And the theatrical trailer. We're halfway done, guys. This is a big one. Drugstore Cowboy. Matt Dillon, Kelly Lynch, James Remar, James LaGrosse, and Heather Graham. Wait till you see little... She's so young. This is 1989. This is a drug... I was going to say it's about drug culture, but it's not necessarily. It's about so much. Here's the... Let me get my notes off the back here. All right, here's our disc. And look at Heather Graham. So special features for this are, this is just one of those great, and maybe like train spotting is kind of in the tradition of what we're doing here. So we've got 1080p presentation, audio commentary by director Gus Van Sant and actor Matt Dillon. I didn't even say this is a Gus Van Sant movie. Good Will Hunting is probably tons of music videos. The Under the Bridge, I believe, by the Red Hot Chili Peppers is Gus Van Sant. Anyway, the director and Matt Dillon. The Making of documentary from 1999 that runs probably from the original DVD. That runs 27 minutes and 50 seconds. Ahead of the Curve, a visual essay by Chris O'Neill. That's a 2021 feature, and that runs 10 minutes and 58 seconds. Elliot Ascending, scoring Drugstore Cowboy. That's about the score from Ballyhoo, 9 minutes and 11 seconds. Diane's Addiction, Kelly Lynch on Drugstore Cowboy. So she talks about how she had followed up. This was her next movie after Roadhouse, I believe. Swayze, represent. Thinking about you, Swayze. Have not forgotten you. That's another Ballyhoo feature that runs 12 minutes and 35 seconds. So Drugstore Cowboy. Two more. A movie that I always enjoyed, but it dropped off the radar. Double Jeopardy. Tommy Lee Jones, Ashley Judd. The premise of this movie is that Ashley Judd is wrongfully accused of killing her husband, and then she finds out her husband is still alive. Well, guess what? Double Jeopardy says that you cannot be tried and convicted for the same crime twice, so she goes a-hunting. It's an amazing premise for a movie. So here's our first, it's the front cover art, and here is the rear cover art. This one has the least special features on it, and I'm not sure if that means anything. It may just be, who knows why. Not for me to speculate. I know things are, there's a lot going on right now in the world. 1080p high definition presentation, audio commentary. It's a new 2021 audio commentary by film historian Scott Harrison. And The Making of Double Jeopardy, that is the vintage, probably for the DVD featurette, 13 minutes and 24 seconds. Last, but my favorite of the bunch, as good as it gets. This is the movie that put Jack Nicholson back on, back on the A-list. Nicholson is, of course, Hollywood legend. He's, Chinatown. I mean, he goes back to the Corman days, but he really became sort of a Hollywood outlaw in the 70s, part of that new Hollywood movement, and so crucial to that. But then, you know, started doing more and more popular mainstream work. This was sort of the heralded return of Nicholson, the I don't even know how you want to say it, but like prestigious Nicholson. Like, oh, that Nicholson is back. You could argue he never went away. Prizzi's Honor, things like that. But it really seemed to be a second wave for Nicholson. This also stars Helen Hunt, Greg Kinnear. Nicholson plays a bitter author who does not like people. This has a we'll do the art. You make me want to be a better man. It's our rear art. And the special features. Oh, I gotta show you the inside. I almost forgot. And there's beneath the disc, Nicholson with that dog. All right, so 1080p HD presentation, audio commentary by director James L. Brooks. You may know him from The Simpsons. You may know him as one of the creative forces behind the Mary Tyler Moore Show. I mean, he is a big deal. James L. Brooks is amazing. You can always hear him laughing too, right? The people that know, like if you know sitcom history, if you know Mary Tyler Moore, you can always hear James L. Brooks laughing. And it would be before the joke too, because he had been in the writer's room and he knew what was coming and he was ready for it. Audio commentary by James L. Brooks and actor Jack Nicholson, Helen Hunt, and Greg Kinnear. All stocked up on Crazy, the curious case of As Good as It Gets. That's a new 2021 visual essay that runs 14 minutes and 27 seconds. So that wraps up our 6-film wave. You see how excited I get about this stuff? I genuinely love this. I love cinema. I love that I have in my hands 1978. We got 70s, we've got 80s, we've got 90s. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I don't want to be the grumpy old man who yells at clouds, but they don't make movies like this anymore. I still go to the movies all the time. Movies like this, it feels like this wonderful time that I hope we can get back to. Filmmakers were allowed to take risks. They were allowed to hire people that were unconventional. And they were allowed to tell movies that did not necessarily have nice, happy endings, but had maybe some downbeat endings and really challenging things for the audience. And I love that about movies. And I love that Imprint is behind this. You can purchase these a variety of places if you're in Australia, or if you're in the US, you can import these directly from Viavision's website. I'll link to that in the description of this video. JB Hi-Fi in Australia is a good source for these. If you're in the States, Diabolic DVD carries this stuff, but it goes so fast. Deep Discount is another good resource, but again, they go so fast because as soon as they get them in, they're back out again. So probably importing from Imprint is from Viavision's website is your best bet. But so many of us are excited about what's happening with this line, and it just continues to grow. Wait till you see what's coming next. It's unbelievable. So I'll leave it there, a little tease for next time. But again, check the notes of this video for all your links, for descriptions, and for where you can go to further explore what we've talked about here. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you so very much. Take care. Until next time, here's where to go and what to do.